Okay, so in today's video I want to do a quick little review over this pre-workout I used to take all the time. It's made by Centurion Labz. It's called God of Rage, but it's in a different bottle than it used to come in. Literally the only thing they changed was the cover of it and I guess the name of it. Right here it only says Rage, but yeah, it has all the same ingredients as God of Rage, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, I'm going to get into the ingredients. So I'm only going to talk about the main ones. I'm not going to get too into detail about them. But yeah, it has creatine in it. It has 3,000 milligrams. It has L-arginine. That's 3,000 milligrams. Beta-alanine. That's 2,500 milligrams. It has 300 milligrams of caffeine. That's a lot of caffeine for one scoop. And this is all in one scoop. So you have that. It also has 1,3 in it, and if you don't know what 1,3 is, it's a really strong stimulant. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah, I'm just going to say it's something really strong. You can just look it up. I'll put the name of what it's called right here. Just look this up. And yeah, those are basically the main ingredients. Okay, I'm going to get into the ratings. In my opinion, after taking this pre-workout, I know I can give it a 6 out of 10 for flavor, just because the flavor is not too good. So flavor, 6 out of 10. The pump doesn't really give you much of a pump, but it gives you it gives you that focus. As I don't know, I guess you can call it intensity. So the pump, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. The focus, I will give the focus a 9 out of 10. And the ingredients, I love the ingredients in it. So I guess in the ingredients, I would give it a 8 out of 10. Overall, this pre-workout, I'd probably give this pre-workout I'm gonna say 8 out of 10. I quit taking it about a month ago. The reason I quit taking it is because I had a really bad experience with it, but I think I understand why now. Oh no, I fucking know why now. There's 60 milligrams of 1,3 in it. You're only supposed to take 20 milligrams of 1,3. It just depends on how much of a tolerance you have to 1,3, right? Anyways, I don't want to get too into that, but I took 2 scoops of this pre-workout, so that's already 600 milligrams of caffeine, and that's like, what, 120 milligrams of 1,3. And not only that, I took it on an empty stomach, and I had been on an empty stomach for around 24 hours, because the day before I got really busy. I just didn't have time to eat. So basically, I was starved for a whole 24 hours, and then I decided to take 2 scoops of this pre-workout, and then I ate a push day. Okay, so I just remember feeling super, I don't know, at first I just felt super euphoric. I was feeling good, and then about an hour and a half into my workout, I started, it's gonna sound weird, but I looked into the mirror, and I just remember seeing all sorts of flashing lights. There was no flashing lights in here. There's literally no flashing lights in this gym. But yeah, I was looking into the mirror, and all these lights were just flashing around everywhere, so I started freaking out. And I just remember, I had this really tingling feeling all over my body. I know what that is, it's beta-alanine, but I felt that like at the beginning of my workout. I usually never feel it an hour and a half into my workout. So I was freaking out, so I laid down a little bit, and then I just remember my hearing started getting really distorted, and I was like, what, that's super weird, because I remember in my right ear, everything just sounded funny, and then that stopped, and I was just laying on the floor hoping it'd go away, and it didn't go away for a while, and I was like, damn, I'm going insane. I legit thought I was going insane. I was looking things up. It was, I don't know, it was bad. It was a bad experience. But yeah, I was literally just freaking out, and I mean, my first hour and a half was a good workout, but it just started, I don't know, it went to a whole new level after that 1 hour and a half. But besides that, that's the only bad experience I've had. I wouldn't take 2 scoops of it, especially not on an empty stomach like that. I mean, I recommend taking it on an empty stomach to feel it the best. I wouldn't recommend being on an empty stomach for 24 hours and taking it, especially not 2 scoops. If anything, 8 hours, but not 24. Besides that, I really loved this pre-workout ever since I bought it. I started out with blue slushy. I hated that flavor. Blue slushy was freaking gross. Then I moved on to key lime. It was a lime flavor. It tasted a bit better, but so far my favorite flavor has been raspberry. Yeah, it's not an actual flavor, but that's what they call it. It's the yellow bottle. It's been my favorite flavor so far. It's the only one that doesn't taste like ass. I mean, some people still think it tastes like ass, but I don't think it tastes like ass. Apart from that, yeah, the other good experiences were literally that mental focus you get from the 1-3. It's really just tunnel vision. It does last for about 2.5 hours at least, sometimes 3, just depending on how your body reacts with it. I know I gave a scoop to a friend. He had literally no reaction to it. He said he didn't feel it at all. He didn't even feel the beta-alanine. I don't know how he didn't feel it, but he didn't feel it. And yeah, I guess that's it.